the spotlight.
In the spotlight. In the spotlight. In the spotlight with Trent and Lent.
In the spotlight.
In the spotlight with Trent and Lent.
In the spotlight with Trent and Lent.
In the spotlight with
In
Trent
the
and Lent.
spotlight.
In the spotlight with
In the spotlight with Trent and Lent. In the spotlight with Trent and Lent.
In the spotlight with Trent and Lent. In the spotlight with Trent and Lent.
In the spotlight with Trent and Lent.
In the spotlight with Trent and Lent.
In the spotlight with Trent and Lent. In the spotlight with Trent and Lent.
In the spotlight with Trent and Lent.
Thanks for joining us on In the Spotlight with Trent and Lent. Today's guest is George Lambriodus. George's story is a lot like ours, where, he went from selling cars, just working retail jobs in general, and ended up recording in his own bedroom and producing his own music videos. Stuff that we did. I remember doing that, and boy, was that a fun time. It was. I mean, having creativity over your own stuff, it was powerful at the same time. Yeah. And, following your dream is pretty hard, and for George to do what he did, he packed up, moved from the East Coast all the way to the West Coast, from Pennsylvania all the way to California. Yeah. Long trip. And he did it in a Scion TC. So I imagine he didn't have much stuff to take with him. No, probably not. So he had to start all over, basically. It's hard to pick up, move somewhere, start over. You don't know anybody. So I was curious as to what he's been up to since then. Yeah, me too. So we caught up with him back in September, and we're actually just going to let him tell his story. So, we hope you guys enjoyed the way we did, and check him out.
First of all, George, I want to thank you for coming on the show In the Spotlight with Trent and Lent. We know how busy you are, and we really appreciate you taking the time to sit with us. So just tell us a little about what's going on.
Life is crazy right now, man. We're shooting a feature at the moment, so my guys are on set for the next 10 days. I'm basically holding down the office by myself. Sorry if I keep looking this way. This is where my computer screen is at, and I'm seeing y'all here. So, but no, we're shooting a feature right now. I'm in the middle of editing 2 music videos for Sony and Epic Records. That's literally what I got going on behind me. So yeah, we're just super busy, and I feel blessed, and life is good right now. I'm in a good spot.
That's what's up. Again, thanks for coming on today.
Of course.
We know you're in the videography business. Can you tell us a bit about it, like what you specialize in?
Well, basically my company is called Los Angeles Studios. I'm our lead editor. I have 4 business partners, Tom, Lenny, Mitch, and Matt. I started in the video business with Matt about 2 years ago, and things just took off like really quickly for us. And then we linked up with Mitch and Lenny, our other 2 partners, and we were borrowing gear back and forth for like a year. And then Tom is the director of like big feature films and stuff, so he's the 5th piece that came into the picture. We started shooting behind the scenes on his movies last year. I'm just giving you a rundown of how kind of like we all met. And so we had known him, and it got to a point where the film company that he works with wanted to hire us for post-production to edit these feature films. And they were like, we're down to hire you guys for post-production, but you guys have to have an office. So this was about 3 months ago. So we basically all teamed up, started a new company, which is Los Angeles Studios. And we moved into the office, and business has been like booming ever since. So they're feeding us a ton of work. It's kind of like we all just doubled what me and Matt already had going on. Now we have twice the amount of work. It's a lot of people, but we all play our certain roles. I'm our lead editor, so I basically am just working on my editing skills every day for movies, commercials, social media content, music videos, you name it. I also do photography too. I've stepped up my photography game a lot, so I bring that to the table. We work with a lot of companies doing like product photos, e-commerce type stuff, and then we'll shoot the videos for them. And I'm partnered with a digital marketing agency downtown, so they feed us a lot of work, which is run by one of my good friends, Ezra. So it's just, we're getting it from a lot of different angles right now, and we're really anything video, film, photography related, like we can do it, and it's happened really fast.
I've been noticing, because I've been following you on Facebook, obviously, which is one reason why I reached out to you. Well, and you post a lot of pictures about what you're doing, but is there any projects that you're working on that you can tell us about, or something that's coming up in the future?
What I can say right now is the 2 music videos that I'm working on are for Sony and Epic Records. It's with one of YG's artists, so you'll see it coming out in the next few weeks. They're trying to drop the first one as soon as next week, and then I'm not sure when the second one is going to come out. But we have that going on. The feature films I can't really speak too much about. We're under NDA for that stuff. One of the ones I worked on last year is coming out October 20th through Lionsgate, which is a gigantic distributor, like one of the biggest. So we're pretty much working on a sequel to that movie right now. And I'm actually going to be the lead editor on that project starting in like 2 weeks. So it's like really crazy.
You don't want to drop any hints though?
I could say it's a zombie movie.
Okay.
That's all you gotta know. We do a lot of horror and action stuff, and it's gonna be a really crazy zombie movie. So it's gonna be a fun one for me to work on, to say the least.
Okay.
Awesome.
Well, not sure how many people know, that you moved to LA from Pennsylvania a few years back, but you were in search of a music career.
Right.
Like, do you regret not going into that field, or do you feel like you've reached what you are meant to do?
I feel like with music, I got what I wanted out of it, and I don't have any regrets because it's led me to where I am now. And everything that I did with music, from songwriting to audio engineering, recording different artists, I feel like video editing is very similar. I basically took all the skills that I had with audio stuff and just translated it over to video. So the way I chop my videos is the same way that I used to write music. Like, you know what I mean? When I was writing, how I would write my syllables, like that's how I edit my videos. So I feel like, and that actually gives me an edge because I understand switching flow patterns and I understand different things that somebody who might not be as musically inclined really understand. I'm really anal about cutting on the beat, and I feel like it helps in my editing a lot. And, when I moved out here, I was really on a mission to just do a lot of shows and really get my name out there. And what I realized is that, I was doing a shit ton of shows like 2016, 2017, and then into 2018, there was one point I was doing like 3-4 a month, for like a whole year. And I was just going crazy and just meeting as many people as I could. And I got to open up for some of my favorite musical artists, and I got to perform in front of like 300 people, 500 people. I performed in front of as many as 1,000 people. And so I got that experience, I got that off of my chest. That was something I always really wanted to do. And I don't know. I mean, I'm 30 years old now, I turned 31 next month, and I'll always have a passion for music and love music. But I just feel like the longevity of video stuff is like way stronger. You know what I mean? Like I can be editing videos. There's no age limit on video editing and shooting videos and stuff. We can do this forever. But you guys know, as artists, there's like, you have your peak, you have your rise, and then you have your fall. It's like that. So, and I don't want to be a struggling rapper in my 30s. You know what I mean? To be totally transparent with you guys.
But you're still a baby at 30, man. You're still a baby.
Yeah, you got a lot of living left.
I know. I feel good. I feel like my 30s, I'm going to have a lot of fun in my 30s for sure. So no doubt.
Happy early birthday, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
All right. Being that you made the move from a small town in search of your dream, do you find you get a lot of customers who are from other small towns looking to make their mark in the business, or are you getting more local seasoned ads?
It's everybody, man. It's everybody. What's funny about LA is the majority of people that live here are not from here, I would say. I mean, I meet so many people from the East Coast and from down south and Texas and all these different places. And everybody's hungry. So it's not about where you're from. It's really about your drive. And I always tell people, like, you can move here, but it doesn't matter where you're from. It matters how hard you work. People think that you're just going to move to LA and like, boom, you snap your fingers and shit's going to happen. But people don't know, like my first year, I didn't do anything with music. I moved out here and worked 60 hours a week, selling cars, hating life, being like miserable, like fuck, like, I I didn't hate life. I was happy, but at the same time, I was frustrated because I was like, damn, I didn't have any friends. You know, I knew 2 people when I first moved here. Like, okay, how do I meet people? I got to go out by myself. You know, I
Yeah.
literally moved into a house with 3 strangers from Craigslist. That was my first experience and introduction to
My
Los Angeles.
goodness.
So it was like definitely not easy. And then you're living with strangers and they all have their own things going on. You know what I mean? So it's tough. But to answer your question, no, I don't work with just people from LA or from anywhere really. I meet people from all over the place all the time. It's crazy.
Okay. Now on to our most important question. It's football season. And you're from Pennsylvania. What's
Right.
your NFL team of choice?
Well, I'm an Eagles fan, ride or die.
Okay.
That's in my blood. Like, that's not even I'm not
You
allowed
got
to.
all those LA teams.
Yeah, but you know, I don't know. Growing up, my dad was an Oakland Raiders fan. I don't know why. I think he just really loved the diehardness of Oakland Raiders fans.
Yeah.
But I mean, I went to college in Philly. I was born in South Jersey. It would be like sacrilegious if I wasn't a Raiders fan. You know what I mean? So,
Understood.
Well, all I gotta say is go Cowboys. You know. Just
oh no, I'm out of here. No, just like
Well, I'm not even gonna say my team then.
the Giants.
I like the
That's good.
Giants. My dad's actually a huge Giants fan too. He was a Raiders and a Giants fan, so I kind
So
of
like the baseball team though, Giants baseball team. Nobody's a fan of the football
I thought
team.
you were talking about the New York Giants.
We are talking about New York.
Yeah.
They don't really count.
Right.
Maybe not this season.
I want to thank you again for coming on the show, man. We really appreciate
Yes.
it. I've been after
Yes.
you for a few weeks. You
I know.
what I mean?
Sorry, man. This is a good time now because I have the office to myself and it's quiet in here. Usually there's like 10 people in here. When we're all in here, it gets really chaotic and like really hard to work. And you know, I'm sitting in our big main area right now and it's quiet and I love it like this. And so
Yeah.
now I can actually like talk and focus and stuff.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Are you working with people outside of California? Like, do you guys still? I know before you guys used to travel to do like videos for concerts. Are y'all doing stuff like that still today?
Yeah. That's actually, you guys want to hear that story? That's like a really, really crazy story. And it's
We like crazy stories.
yeah, this is so like maybe what about a year ago, we had met this lady, Christine, that is an Asian woman, and she basically had an idea that was really good. She wanted to start the first ever Asian American network. Because, you know, you have like BET, you have Spanish TV, but you don't have anything for Asian people. She was Filipino, and she basically wanted to start a network. And she basically took me and Matt under her wings. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because you mentioned I used to travel a lot. She was the lady that was funding us traveling. And we went to Chicago, and we were filming a reality show for a car, for like a detailing shop. You know, she would have us film all sorts of stuff, different restaurants and stuff like that. And I went to Phoenix, Arizona, filmed some concerts out there. And it was so crazy, man. Last year at the end of October, she passed away before we got like anything to really get off the ground. So it was like, we're coming up on 1 year on it, and I've been thinking about her a lot because we were working with almost exclusively with her for over a month when she passed away. And it just was like she was like 55. It was like such a shock
Oh my
to like
goodness.
all of us. Literally, Matt, my business partner, was in Vegas with her doing a gig, and it was on the weekend on my birthday. And he called me that Sunday morning and told me she passed away in her hotel room. Her heart like filled up with water, and her heart basically drowned. And it was like so crazy, man. And it was definitely freaky as hell because we're just like working with this lady and got really close with her. We would talk to her every day, and she was paying us really well. And we were like, okay, this has potential. And then boom, just like that, she passed away. So my advice to other people is, always have like a backup plan, because you never know. You literally none of us could have ever expected that. And in a way, it kind of like fueled us, because the next month we were like, shit, we didn't have a backup plan. We went from making like $15,000 a month to like 5, and we were like, okay, so we got to figure some shit out. Now we're back on the getting business hustle. Now we got to find new clients, and because we pretty much got rid of most of our clients and we're working just exclusively with her. So I think my advice is, always you want to have multiple streams of income. You guys know I'm big on like being an entrepreneur and consistently learning and things like that. So for me, it's just like always just keep bettering yourself and keep learning. We're never too old to stop learning. There's tons of shit. There's tons of stuff for, YouTube is there. YouTube is my best friend. If there's something I can't figure out, I go on and I figure it out. But yeah, so what was your original question about traveling and stuff? So no, since then, I really haven't done like a ton of traveling. That was like a with her kind of experience. I actually have a vlog from when we went to Chicago. It's like 15 minutes long, and I want to put it out so bad. And I've been thinking about putting it out on the 1 year of her passing away, because we went to Chicago and filmed like 5 events in like 3 days, and it was a really dope experience. And I have it all on camera, and I never did anything with it. I filmed it last year and just kind of held on to it, and now I'm thinking about putting it out so people can see not just the growth, but like we've done some dope stuff. Had a lot of really good experiences.
I say post it, man. Post it. That's your story. Tell it.
Yeah, I'm working with a digital marketing, my friend's digital marketing company now, and I actually have a guy that I just hired in-house we're filming a lot more behind the scenes stuff, and we're really working on creating more content that we can run ads on. So expect to see that stuff. That's like the next level for us is, we are like super blessed to have done everything that we're doing through word of mouth for the last 2 years. And it's like, we're booked like crazy. So I can only imagine when we start running ads. Our digital marketing guy was like, what do you need to run ads for? Like, you guys are good. I'm like, no, you don't understand though. We want to like get to the next level of higher paying clients, like we're in a good position, but I want to be in a great position, Right. The next level for us is shooting even, I want to get to the Justin Biebers and the really, really big artists, the household name artists. And we're not far away. We're like right there.
I mean, you got YG. That's kind of household name.
Yeah, we did film YG. My business partners met him, and now we're working with one of his artists. So see how that connection goes. And then we got the movie stuff, we're trying to get to them.
Got to see the zombie movie.
Yeah, that's going to be a big first step to us. We're in a really good position with this film company that's on Universal Studios lot. They're feeding us a ton of work. So it's pretty cool seeing our company shooting and editing like feature films. Like that's pretty like, that's mind blowing. But we got it all in house, everything from post-production to sound design and color grading and everything. So I'm learning a lot about this field, but I love it. I'm soaking it all up. I feel really good. I feel like my life has purpose, which is super important to feel like you're on the right path. I feel like I'm there. And I feel like it's time to just grind. I work 12 hours a day still, but I'm doing what I love. I'm going to be here till probably 12 tonight, just editing this music video, and I'm chilling. I'm having a good time doing it.
That's awesome, man. That's what's up. I love hearing this stuff from you.
Yes, sir.
You work really hard, and we've seen it.
Yeah, you already know. That's the name of the game. It's not about how smart you are. It's about your work ethic.
That's right.
So,
man, thank you again for joining us in the spotlight with Trent and Lent.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
All right.
Good night.
All right. Take care, fellas.
In the spotlight. In the spotlight.
In the spotlight.
In the spotlight with Trent and Lent. In the spotlight.
In the spotlight with Trent and Lent.
In the spotlight with Trent and Lent.
In the spotlight with
In the
Trent and
spotlight.
Lent.
In the spotlight with Trent and Lent.
In the spotlight with Trent and Lent.
In the spotlight with Trent and Lent. In the spotlight.